I get it. I see the comments. Slicers and timelines are incredibly confusing and difficult to customize. If you're an Excel user who uses pivot tables or uses a lot of table filtering, you're going to know what a nightmare it can be. So here's just the bottom line on how to handle it on Mac and on PC. I'm just going to give you the rundown, get you pointed in the right direction, save you some headaches, okay? So just briefly, if you don't know, slicers and timelines are like filters or time range selectors that you use on a pivot table or a regular table. Just gives you a little modal you can use to select different time ranges or different items. The problem that most people run into is that the styles that are given by default for slicers and timelines don't look very good, and they don't work in every single person's design. They're kind of funky looking like this. They all look the same. So the first thing people do, right click, duplicate, make a copy of it, and try to customize it. And you quickly discover, if you're on Mac, that you can't customize everything you want to customize, and that if you're on PC, it is an absolute nightmare to figure out what you need to change to make it look the way you want to make it look. I think the first big issue most people run into is that you can't have a transparent background, so you have to match the background color, but if you try to do that, you quickly find the buttons don't change color, just the background in the main section, and everything just quickly spirals out of control. And before you know it, you've spent 8 hours trying to customize a slicer. So don't let this be you, and instead, here's my basic guide to figuring this out. First things first. If you're trying to customize one of these, you're probably better off just sticking with the basics. And what I mean by that, especially if you're on Mac, only adjust the whole table section, and when you're in there, go no border, and for your fill, change the background, and then leave it at that. Anything deeper than that is going to get really complex really quickly. But if you do that, and it still doesn't look good enough, it still doesn't match your design, and you need to go deeper, instead of just trying to do it yourself, just get a template or find an example with a slicer you like, copy it, Control C, paste it into your worksheet, Control V into your own worksheet, and all of the styles of that slicer are then going to show up under the custom section of the slicer style menu, okay? And you can apply it to your own slicers then. This is just going to save you so much time. If you want this template that I have with all of these slicers in it, this is just part of my free newsletter. There's a link to it on my profile. I send this out for free to people. And then they can just copy paste in any of these styles that I've spent far too long trying to create. So anyway, that's the basics. To summarize, if you're on Mac, probably just skip trying to customize them or only customize the background and border. If you're on PC, you're going to have a little more customization options, but it's going to be very confusing and take a lot longer than you expect. If at all possible, just copy paste over a slicer from a file that has a version you like. Save yourself the time and the effort to do this stuff. And hey, if anyone from Microsoft is watching right now, hit me up. I've thought a lot about this slicer customization menu. I will 100% help you guys come up with a better menu for customizing these. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one. I'll be back soon with more. Bye.